Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Today, we're going to be taking a look at If an Octopus Could Palm version 2. But before we jump into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And ring the bell.
So Steve, tell us a little bit about this deck.
This deck is printed by USPCC on premium crush stock. It's an unspecified print run, and as of right now, we don't have a retail price. It will probably be included in the version 2 book.
Alright, let's check it out.
I really love the gold foil on the front and that die cut on the back of the tuck, revealing that back design. It really is a beautiful tuck case, nice embossing. And as you can see, the back design is actually, resemblance of kind of like a wool twill jacket, maybe the one that the octopus is wearing on the front of the tuck box. Handles wonderfully, just like any other crushed USPCC deck. It does have a subtle one-way back design, as you can see. It kind of has two small X's on one side. Now these are in place of the jokers. You have the tuck box octopus on one deck and then the logo on the other. There's your ace of spades. And this deck is relatively standard. It does pull in some colors from that ad card, as you can see, the octopus. The colors that you see in the core cards are very washed out, but they actually pop because they do contrast each other. If you look at that brown or greenish color, it's kind of pulls from the octopus's pants, which I thought was really cool how they kind of utilize those colors, from that octopus artwork.
Yeah, they are really nice colors away from the standard, reds and yellows and blues that you see, and they fit really well with the aesthetic of the deck, kind of having that washed out vintage feel to it.
Yeah, and as you can see, it comes with a double backer and a blank card as well. Does handle wonderfully. It's definitely a lot softer than other crush decks. I felt handles beautifully.
It,
Does have some thick borders there.
yeah,
Definitely takes away from the fan element.
it would have been a really interesting borderless deck in my opinion, but I think at the same time, being more of a magic-oriented deck, it makes sense to have some borders to it. But it's an interesting evolution from the original, which I feel like was much more cartoonish, where this has a much more elegant look to it.
Yeah, this definitely is more classy. I totally agree, and I definitely think it would have been really cool to see a borderless version. It reminds me of the old vintage plaid deck that Out of Play came out with.
Yeah,
That
which
kind of gets
yeah,
the feel for me.
and that's one of my favorite art to play decks, hands down. So this being very similar in its aesthetic and style, really does have that positive kind of aspect to it. It's interesting to see too. I look forward to see what the book looks like. I'm wondering if the book is going to match the vibe of the deck, similar to how the V1 did.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, and we obviously don't know anything about it when it's going to be released or any details. This was specifically given out in the recent mystery decks that Out of Play does every year during the holiday times.
Yeah, which definitely was a fun way to kind of get a little sneak peek at some of the upcoming decks for early 2021.
Yeah, totally agree.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for checking out this episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We drop these every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, giving you the freshest looks at the newest decks.
Peace.